Good Wednesday evening, everybody. How you doing on this fine Wednesday night here? Wednesday, October the 8th. It's hump day. I'm Manny
Mm-hmm.
Vitale, host of My Fight Our War. And I am just trying to figure out why I can't find our... Oh, there we are. Just sharing this out. So, let's see. Who's the lucky ones? And while I'm doing that, you can see I got Groot here.
Mm-hmm.
Susie the Wonder Dog is in her chair. And we got
I'm in my
Rocket.
chair.
You're in your high chair.
I said I'm in my chair.
Oh, she's in her high chair.
Well,
We got
yeah.
Knocking Out Addiction. We have My Fighter. Where is let's see. I know I'm in here somewhere. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good week so far. It's finally feeling a little bit like fall. It was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful fall day here in Detroit, Michigan. 60
First one we've
degrees.
had.
Yeah, I mean, literally went from summer to fall. I mean, boom, just like that. We went from 80s down to 60s. Now they're talking lows
Frost.
40. Yeah,
Frost in the morning.
40s and then frost.
Uh-huh.
But that's okay, man.
It's the time of the year. It's supposed to. It's a normal thing.
Yeah, we're right where we should be. And
Yeah.
also want to give a huge shout out to my boys who I don't know if you guys know or not, but my brother, Coach Tony Morrissey. Miss your brother. And as you guys know, Coach Tony Morrissey absolutely loves the Detroit Tigers. They're his most favorite team ever.
Oh yeah.
He used to be a Yankees fan until he
Saw the light.
he saw the light. But actually, as y'all know, hey, where are you at, Lori? Where are you at, Jeanette? Christy? Where's my Athens, Alabama, my Alabama family? Sheila, how you doing, Sheila? I hope things are going better for you, honey. You got to get that voice all in tune so we can figure out when we're gonna have the debut of Sheila. For those of you who are going, the hell are you talking about? Sheila actually sent a message,
a voice message. It was lovely.
Well, that's what happens when you take a drink of water that's froze on top and you spill it all over yourself. But yeah, so I got a message from Sheila, and it was I expected to hear, chit chat, whatever it was, and it was not talking. It was Sheila singing, and it was absolutely amazing. She has a truly incredible voice, which we will share once we get things when we get things set up and get things moving forward. We will get some singing from our one and only Sheila. Yeah, you heard that, right? I
yeah,
that.
It was lovely.
Yeah, yep. We shared it, and it was absolutely awesome, Sheila. You truly do have.
I heard it. I loved it.
Awesome, beautiful voice. And but back to our Tigers. You know what? Our guy, I tell you what, the beginning of the season, our Detroit Tigers were just unstoppable. They couldn't do anything wrong. They did everything right. Even when they did something wrong, it turned out right. I mean, it was just a great beginning of the season. But as y'all know, you got to play the whole game. You play 9 innings. You play till the game's over. And we were doing great till going into the playoffs and literally shit the bed. I mean, it went
like somebody let the air out of their tires. I don't know.
It was terrible, guys. And
Danny and Vincent around.
And you know what? Fans are fans. And it's very frustrating when you see the team out there. And it was Danny Gibson. How you doing, brother? How's Danny and Katie and the kids? Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for popping on with us. Vincent
Vincent's on.
from Kansas City. How you doing, Vincent? And but yeah, it's so incredible hearing people pop on the morning sports. I always listen to like a sports radio show and just hearing people's thoughts, opinions, comments, just like on here, no different. You have your own thoughts and opinions, and that's great. But good God, man. First of all, people remember, and I'm not just talking about, us in Detroit, I'm talking everywhere. When it comes to fans and baseball or anything, sports in general, it's a game, first of all. Win, lose, or draw, you're watching for entertainment. Now, people do bet on it. Of course, that's a little different. But some of the people that were calling in when our Tigers were just taking a nosedive, boy, I mean, playing terrible, but yet still made the playoffs. Key thing, they still made it. And people were like, I just wish they would lose so I don't have to watch the terrible play. Even though they won, they said, well, they got lucky. Well, you know what? You're better lucky than good, better, whatever. You still won. And it just amazed me. They actually, the host of the show, they were talking. They said, what would you rather, have them win or lose, this game? What are you doing? And, just kind of kidding around. People were actually calling and saying that they hope they lose so they don't have to be, to watch this terrible performance out there. Well, first of all, don't watch.
Yeah, really.
It's that easy.
Duh.
And they're like, so are you a true fan? Oh, yeah, I'm a fan. You're rooting for your team to lose. I mean, it's like, come on, people. And again, let's go back to the first one where it's a game. Any given up. Yeah, you know what, Vincent? I don't care who you are. Look at, no offense, Vincent, but the Chiefs, man. I remember a couple years ago. Remember when our Lions played you opening day, Monday Night Football? No one gave us a chance, man. We were going to get spanked, and we ended up winning. Like you said, any given Sunday, as far as that goes, it just goes to show you, just play the game. Because you just never know. But anyways, it's all good. Today we had to win because if we didn't, we were out.
And we were.
And it wasn't looking good. I was at work and I was checking in every now and then. And it was, what did I say, 3-0. I think in the fifth or sixth or something like that. Next thing you know, I'm getting ready to leave. And it was 8-3. It was like, whoa. But anyways, so we ended up winning. So, bless you, boys. And there's one Tiger in particular. Javi, my man, Javi Baez. And Vincent, I'm sure, and any other sports fans out there, any baseball fans out there, Javi plays for us, Detroit Tigers, played for the Cubs, played for, whatever. But he plays for us now. And for the past few years, to say that Javier Baez was bad is an understatement. I mean, his play, not from lack of trying, because come to find out, the man had to have surgery on his hip. And lo and behold, after the surgery, and a lot of painful rehab and making changes and just doing things differently, he was like, just, it was like, it's like night and day. And the thing is, hey, there's my nephew, Bo. God, good to see you, man. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Tell Uncle Tony that the Tigers won. But anyways, so Javi, he's getting paid a shit ton of money. And for the last few years, it was not good. Javi was playing so bad that, I mean, he literally struck out all the time, not good at all. And he literally is getting booed out of the stadium. But the thing is, the man never gave up. He never let on about his injury. Um, and there was this one radio show that I listened to, and one of the producers on the show, I mean, if you're going to attack the man for his play, you have all the right because it was that bad. But this man was attacking his character, literally saying,
That's not good. That's-
I think that he doesn't care about anybody. He's a cancer in the locker room. He doesn't do anything to help anyone out there. There's people when they're in a slump or people when they get hurt that they're an asset. And it was like you, as a host on a show, sports show, it's up to you to give your opinion, your thoughts, your comments on the game, the performance, and all that. He doesn't know this man personally at all, but just ripped into his character,
that's
and
not-
it
that's
pissed
not
me
cool.
off so bad because the way that Baez handled this from day one was with class and dignity, and just he never gave up. Let's just say that he has been the best Tiger in the playoffs, the best as far as hitting and fielding. And so hats off to you, Javi, and the rest of the guys. God bless you. Great game. We've got our ace pitching on Friday. And it's just it's going to be a great game. Looking forward to it. So anyways, we just wanted to pop on here on Wednesday, say hi, and see how everyone's doing, what's going on.
How's the pool business, Bo?
Yeah, Bo, how's work? What's going on with everyone else, man? Anything new, exciting? I'm going to try to drink this without spilling it all over.
Any celebrations we need to talk about?
Any birthdays, anniversaries, anything?
October is a very important month.
Yes, October is
2 major holidays.
it's birthday month.
Mhm.
OG's birthday and my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's coming up. And so looking for it's the birthday month. Other than that, just we hopefully you guys yep, Sheila. Yep, you are right on. And Bo says not too bad closing 200 plus pools.
Oh my
Woo!
goodness.
You go. Well, I tell you what, keep was it Casey? Keep them working.
Really?
But other than that, man, it's been really good over at Wolverine Harley. For those of you who are in the Detroit metropolitan area, and if you are into motorcycles, let's say maybe you're a seasoned rider, maybe you never rode a day in your life, you're thinking about it. And if you are in the Macomb metropolitan area, come on up and see us. And we are in Clinton Township. We are at 44660 North Gratiot Avenue, which is Clinton Township. And we are just south of M59, which is Hall Road. And, for those of you, like I said, who are seasoned riders, we have everything, anything you need as far as parts, accessories, you name it. I tell you, some of the, everything, like I said, from A to Z. If you've never ridden and you're coming in our riding academy, I'm not sure how much longer our classes go, but we have one of the top riding academies, as far as nationwide. With our accredited instructors are absolutely amazing. It's so important, get on the bike, you'll learn, and actually not only the basics just to get your certificate. We also have it advanced as well. So you can take those courses, anything to help for safety. Safety is
Number
first.
one.
But as far as bikes, man, I'm telling you, we have, the some of the selection when I first started. I remember, walking up into the warehouse and seeing 70, 80, whatever it was, Harleys all lined up in a row. I almost
Thought he was in
started
heaven.
I almost started crying. It was like, and like, okay, this is overflow from the warehouse, and they're like, we're going to take you over to warehouse 1 and 2. And I was like, wait, you got to give me a minute here. I got to take this in. It was absolutely amazing. Our bikes, like I said, we're talking brand spanking new, fresh off the. I literally helped take these bikes off the Harley Semi, which is amazing in itself. No miles, on these bad boys. And then we also have Harleys on in stock that are slightly experienced that people do trade in. And so if you're looking for something like that, we got that for you. And our staff, from the minute you walk in, you're not going to get hounded and, like a bunch of piranhas and stuff like that. But bottom line is, if you're in this area, it would be great to see you. Come on in, check it out for yourself. The atmosphere is just,
Or come by and say hi to Manny.
come on by and say hi.
Mhm.
The weather, breaking weather. We've got for those of you who might be in a position where maybe have to store your bike, depending on garage. Sometimes with cars or other toys, you may not have room, or you're making room and things have you have issues with that. We've got storage that we can help you with. You're literally in heated buildings with tenders running and alternating, so we're charging your batteries. It's it's
Tender loving care.
it is just a wonderful setup. So
Is that why they call them tenders? Tender loving care?
yeah, we'll go with that.
Makes sense to me.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
But other than that, man, hopefully you guys this past Monday had a chance to pop on with us. We had a very, very,
Oh, yeah.
very special guest, Jeanette Butler from Alabama. And we had the pleasure of meeting Jeanette. It started out with our friend Lori.
Mhm.
Lori, and in fact, they're working right now as we speak on the Addiction Eviction Rally in Athens, Alabama for 2026.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, they're working on it. Lori and Christy and Jeanette and just the rest of the crew are just when you hear the southern the care and hospitality, we saw it firsthand.
They're
Literally
wonderful, sweet people.
it started with Lori had a great idea. A lot of this will be the 8th year coming up for the rally. Last year, this past event that we were invited to, I was very honored and blessed to be a guest speaker. And but a lot of the people over the years have been there multiple times over the years, so they knew each other. But the newbies like us, we were the Yanks. We were those northern, we were those northern people.
The Yankees, I thought might have a problem.
Yeah. So, we got there, and the day before the event, Lori came up with a great idea. She goes, "Let's have a Southern cooked, hospitality meet and greet for people to come and meet the people who came in. The other speakers, entertainers could meet each other and just sit and talk." What a great idea.
Yep.
I mean, we had, and that's where we met Jeanette and B and just all the others. There's so many, Phyllis, and it was such a great time. Just getting to my brother JD and just everyone had a great time, and really looking forward to get back
June
there.
5th and 6th.
Yes. So, and what's funny about that is this is the time back in 2024 that it's been a year, because we were sitting there talking to Lori. Kevin is in the house. Kevin, how you doing, man? But we were talking to Lori and just going back and forth. She was a guest on the show telling her story. And next thing you know, one thing leads to another, and she invited us to the event. And not only that, invited me to be a guest speaker.
Yep.
And I was like, let's do it. And I go, you know what? When is it? The way that she was talking with the enthusiasm and, just all fired up. And this was a year ago, October. She goes, June 14th. And I was like, what?
June.
June? Is it June? And next thing you know, in a blink of an eye, we're flying to Alabama. And we'll be flying back there again in June of 2026. Laura, how you doing, Laura? We've got my Arizona family in the house. Kevin, hope everything is going great. Hope your son is enjoying hockey. Let's see what else we got. This damn ice is still. Okay, let's not do that because that'll splash all over the keyboard.
It now. No, don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be a bad thing. But anyways, man, like I said, we were just chit-chatting about different things and events and wanted to say hi to the family and see what's going on. He's doing great, loving it so far. And, that's the key, man, with, kids and sports is like, I can only speak for myself when I was little and when I first started playing hockey, because sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, well, these parents of these kids playing sports, they push them too much and they want the kids to play because they're living through the kids and all that. And I have seen some pretty crazy shit where these parents are out of hand. But, I was very blessed. I wanted to play so bad. And I was the worst player. Like I told Kevin, not only the worst on my team, not only the worst in my division, I was the worst in the whole league. I mean, when I first started playing, I literally looked like a penguin just walking on ice instead of skating. And also I just fall over. They're like, can someone pick up Manny? They pick me up. Hey, bang, I'd fall over again. It got to the point where they're like, just let him sit there.
He's safer down on the ground.
There. And then we got into the stopping drills. Okay, you do the snow plow, the side stop, and all this. Oh, no. I just ran into the boards.
That's one way to stop.
I'll stop eventually. And I did. But the thing is, I loved it so much that no matter, and I was getting laughed at nonstop and I didn't care. And I just loved it. And I stuck with it. And, lo and behold, walking like a penguin, starting when I was in like third grade or something like that, fourth grade, I played all the way through, the divisions, through rec league, travel league, through all the years leading up to high school hockey, played high school hockey. I got recruited by Ohio State. Unfortunately, a serious knee injury took me out of that. Then I started playing juniors, and that's where the injuries caught up to me, and that was that. But
that started what a surgical career.
Yes, but what a great experience. So I'm so happy for you and your son, because Kevin, as you know, as a hockey player yourself, just something about being at the rink, just that smell when you walk in. And I remember those morning practices, boy, when high school, we'd have to practice sometimes be on the ice at 5 a.m. before school.
That's early.
You'd get there and the fog that I know you know what I'm talking about would be glass high. And sometimes you'd have to skate, about 5-10 minutes just to get the fog to lift.
Wow.
Just from the temperature. And but just the sound of the your blades on that ice that early in the morning, man, what just such wonderful memories. But I'm glad that he's loving it, and that is just that's awesome, man. I'm very happy for him. Anything going on? Let's see. We have, what do we have coming up?
Phyllis on the 17th.
So that's a week from Friday.
Friday.
And also that's, I almost forgot. When we were in New York, and this is literally a year ago, probably when we first started doing our shows in New York. One of the first set of guests that came on One of them was Gabrielle Cacciola.
Mm-hmm.
Please check her out. Go to her page, and she is just an incredible talent. She's a singer. I got to meet
blue
her.
Hair.
Oh yeah, she's
long blue hair.
And her sister. I got to meet her sister, her dad. I haven't met him in person yet. Her dad's incredible, Anthony. But she was gracious enough to come on the show, because not only is she just an incredible artist who we're going to be talking about that as well. She is a hell of a badass in MMA.
Mm-hmm.
She fights with my brother AJ Galante at Champs Gym in New York. Where's he, Connecticut?
No, Champs Gym is in
New Mill or
no, it's in Danbury, I believe. It's
okay.
in Danbury, Connecticut.
Champs Gym. AJ Galante. Those of you who know AJ is from Netflix. Go to Netflix, the Danbury Trashers, and you'll get to know AJ Galante and his dad Jimmy. But him and Coach Dave, they train the fighters over at Champs Gym, and one of those fighters is Gabby. And what makes her so special too, besides her talent and her as a singer and as a fighter, she also is dealing with autoimmune issues.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing I am. And that was one of the things we hit it off and just started talking about all the things you experience with the different types of autoimmune issues. With mine that I have, mine's called mixed connective tissue disease,
mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. Basically, it's just caught when I first was diagnosed with my autoimmune issue. What was happening? I was just having tremendous pain, and it was like in my hands, it was in my knees, my hip, my back, and all that. But I almost canceled my appointment because I was like, well, these are all areas where I've had surgery, so I'm sure that's what it is. Luckily, my doctor picked up on it when I was giving my update, because it was both wrists, both knees, both hips. It was equal. It was bilateral. And they did a ton of blood work because it's very hard to diagnose. And they said, no, unfortunately, you have autoimmune disease. First, they thought it was lupus. Then they thought it was...
Which is an autoimmune disease.
Yep. Then they thought it was rheumatoid arthritis.
It's also in it.
All of these.
Mm-hmm.
But then as they go down the line, they eliminate
which ones. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So they said, well, no, you don't have that, which we thought you did, but you have mixed connective tissue disorder, which is basically you have a little bit of all of them. And I was like, of course.
Oh, gee,
and they said, this is extremely rare. I'm like, of course it is. And unfortunately for mine, it's basically pain. It causes inflammation in the joints. So it's my, both hands swell.
Swollen
you can
fingers.
see, like right now, actually.
Looks like baseball mitts.
You can see
sometimes.
right now how they're swollen. And this is actually a little bit better. Yeah. But come to find out, Gabby was diagnosed with it after being, and that's another thing. It's very easy to be misdiagnosed with autoimmune because it mimics so many other things. And that's what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes while you're waiting, what happens? You get anxiety, you get depression. I mean, it literally kicked my ass when it first hit that I could barely walk. I mean, it was like, what the shit? So it's scary, man. But some of the best things to do, and just like a lot of things, is movement, exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that saved my ass. But going back full circle, Gabby is also dealing with that, and she helps. She goes and speaks to people who are dealing with this as well. Like I said, she's got that going on, her MMA, her singing, so much going on. And we've been chit-chatting a little bit back and forth. Hopefully we were going to try to get together. The last time we were in New York, we had a heck of a week that time, man. The last time we were there in August is when we did a bunch of shows at the studio. So we had a bunch of people come in. We did the shows. We had a amazing event, and that was the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters event with Coach.
Mhm.
Later that same night, we had a VIP party with Ian Bick, and that's when we were going to try to hook up with Gabby and her dad, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen. So, but anyways, we're working out some times, and we're going to have Gabby on, and you're going to be able to get to know her music, and everything. So really looking forward to that.
You got 2 visitors here.
And I see King Handsome.
King Handsome is in the house.
King Handsome.
And
whoa, I tell you what, he was on with Kalisha.
That's what he said.
On Pine Case last night, and with Calico.
Nice.
Whoa, you did amazing, brother. I tell you what, I mean, some of the things he said, you know what, when he talks, man, I mean, it's intense. It's such a good listen. Like he always says, man, every day he wakes up, I'm blessed because I woke up. Every day is a good day. That's why he's smiling.
Stuff.
And that's what he said, man. He goes, that's why when I wake up, I'm smiling because every day is a good day. So
and you got a hello from Alabama. Lori showed up.
Lori, we were just talking about you, Lori. But yeah, so yep, Danny, I saw your name up there, man. Danny was there as well, with Kalisha and Calico and King Handsome. Like I said, great show, brother. It was, like I said, besides just, for those of you who doesn't know, Woe has got a very infectious personality, boy. He just pulls you in, and with all that you've gone through and your experiences and the way you share it with everybody, thank you for doing that, man. And that's why we love doing what we do here, because it's just letting people know that you're dealt a bad hand. You know what? Play the next hand, because it's going to be better.
You let people know it's good. Life is good.
Life is good, man. And we all saw that. And like I said, great job. Lori says, June 6, 2026. Everyone invited to the Addiction Eviction Rally
in Athens, Alabama. Yay!
And Lori, I was just telling them that it was literally a year ago this month when me and Lori, she was a guest on the show.
Sure was.
And we were chit-chatting, and here we are a year later. And the family is all together, boy. Let's see. Sheila's, yep. Sheila was right. It was in Danbury.
Champs Gym.
Yep. And let's see. Laura, make sure you tell Tony hi. And like I said, Laura,
hi, cousin Tony.
They got to show. They were here a month or so
About
ago.
A month ago.
And you guys see them on here. Their posts, Laura Vitale and Anthony Vitale. It's my cousin, and had the pleasure of spending some time with them, and it was really nice, man. It was just good spending time with family, so important, and had a great time. Looking forward to seeing you again. And let's see what else we got going on. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just reading. I'm answering things.
Oh, okay.
I'm working here. I'm working here.
But
I'm working here.
We also have some stuff. Freaking thirsty, man. We're going to be heading back to New York. We're actually, it seems like we haven't been there in a while. The schedule, everything's been kind of flip-flopped around.
We got
to
talk to the boss over there.
Yeah, we're there's a lot going on with our producer, Matt Cronin. He's been busy as hell, man. Him, of course, because with all this going on, with the man, Ian Bick, and his beautiful girl, Letitia,
Mhm.
and what's her dog, Bella? I think
Bella.
they got a new dog now.
Mhm.
So there's a lot. I mean, well, I tell you, Ian, see what happens when you spend time? Man, Ian back in jail again, gets out of jail with Mr. Beast, and it changes a man.
Yeah, he fell in love.
He got out of prison this time. This time he actually got paid for it.
Uh,
But just mess, man.
don't you get
He,
paid like $1.25 a day or something?
whatever
like
it
that?
is, he got a lot more than that this
Yeah,
time.
he did.
Yeah, he got a lot more. But great job with Ian. And like I said, reminiscing about old times. You know, can't thank Ian enough, man. Ian and Matt and Michael, his dad, Michael Bick. It was
good guy.
again. This is just going back to all of us. All of us family. You never know from day to, as well as King Handsome says, every day's a blessing, every day's a gift, because you just don't know what's going to happen, man. Uh, don't expect the worst, man. Expect the best, and that's all up here. The mindset. For so long, man. And trust me, I was that guy. It was just like if it could be a shitty situation, I made sure it happened because it was like I just didn't care at the time. It was like whatever, man.
That's what you expected.
But yeah, you get what you give, and you give what you get, man. Now it's up to us. I mean, every day. Yeah, every day that we wake up and open those eyes and are blessed with another chance, it's up to us then to decide how that day is going to go. Am I going to be pissed off at the world and mad because there was traffic?
That's the easy way out.
Which trust me, me and traffic. Oh, I still love that one meme. It was what the hell was it? It said it had a picture of this guy driving the speed limit, doing everything just right and just cruising right along with a smile on his face. And then it showed a picture of would have been me with being behind him, just going, "Oh my God, just fucking go." So yeah, but you know what? If that's the worst thing that happens in my life, getting stuck in traffic, I'm doing pretty damn good.
That's right.
But that is something, man. I remember doing a video one time at the gym about that, how, we could set ourselves up for either success or failure within the first few minutes when we open our eyes in the morning. I mean, and I've done it. I'm sure all of us have. How many times have you woke up in the morning, you got to go to work and you just lay there, you're like, oh man. And then you're like, I'm just going to call in sick. I don't want to go to work. Man, this sucks. And before you even get out of bed, you're thinking negative thoughts. Boom. I mean, you're done. I mean, you've already started going down that road. But you still have time to change, man. But the thing is, like for me in the past, it was just like letting that ball of negativity just keep gaining steam. And that's what I would do. And now it's like you wake up. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I would like to sleep in, but I got a job to go to. So I'm blessed. I got a truck that I got to go get gas, so I might be late because I got to go get gas, but at least I got money to get gas. I mean, all these things that are all these negatives, you could turn it around and do a positive with a blink of an eye. And that's what I try to do.
Yeah,
because
Danny's got good news. You want people to share.
let's see. There it is right here. I start my new job Monday. I'm so excited to start a new chapter. Danny, congratulations, man.
Yay, Danny.
If you want to give a little info, what you're going to be doing, or if not, that's fine too. The bottom line is you're starting a new job, and that is awesome. Very happy for you.
That's nice.
Congratulations. Lori says, is Apple Annie still there? It is. And not much longer, unfortunately.
Yeah, I said at least until October 25th is the latest rumor. But, you never can tell. Day by day.
Yep, but it's still there.
So we'll go until they have a lock on the door and say, Manny and Lynn, go away.
They have all the regulars too. It's just like everyone's just kind of like,
The
But-
morning crew at the gym, the morning crew at the Appalachians.
and it sucks too because the staff,
Yeah.
you know, they're
They're up
left
in
in
the
the
air.
dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't even know. But that's okay. Let's see. Let's see what else I was gonna say. Well, you know what? I think that's about it for today. Like I said, I just wanted to throw out that about Gabby coming on,
Mhm.
and we're going to be setting that up.
And of course, the Tigers winning.
Let's see. We
Okay.
got Danny.
Danny's still here.
Thank you. I'll be learning how to run a machine that makes springs from as small as a tiny lighter spring for the springs on dirt bikes.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, Danny, congratulations,
That's
man.
great.
Very, very happy for you. You know, you between you and Katie, like I said, the very first stories that I heard about you guys pretty much sums up who you are, man. And just from your posts, just from what I see and hear from other people that know you, I mean, it doesn't. When I then go back and remember the story of what you and Katie did for Skylar and Kayla, I mean, it just shows the amazing people that you and Katie are. So we are very, very happy and blessed to have you here, man, and love you guys. Lori says, haven't seen the waffle is because I have switched over to
Mhm.
French toast. And every now and then it goes from the French toast to the Western omelet. And so that's what's going on there. It's funny too, because when I go to church on Sunday, talk about a small world. This just lovely lady, this older lady sits in front of me, along with ends up being her son, and I've been sitting in the same spot. Just you go to church, boy, you got your assigned seating almost. But I remember going to Apalani one, I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday, and our friend Lisa, who's a waitress there, she goes, Manny, I know you go to church. She goes, but do you go to Our Lady of Hope? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, do you sit on the left side, like towards the front? I'm like, yeah. She goes,
Why? How
you
do
sit
know?
right behind my grandma.
Ah,
And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, Mike, that's, there's as soon as she said that, there's the lady and her son right in front of me, and it ends up being her grandma and her dad. And I just love years and years and years ago when I'd go to church, I had my grandma's. I would go on Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock mass, and I'd always get to church an hour early, and it was just my time just to sit there and reflect, and I just loved it. Um, all of a sudden, like I said, I started getting there even a little bit earlier, and all of a sudden, there was about five ladies that sat right behind me, and they were a riot, and they became my church grandmas, and they were so nice. I could not wait for Sunday just to spend that hour before church, just sit there and talking to them. And so I always had like that relationship with like these older people, just hearing their stories and their history. Well, come to find out, Lori or Lisa's grandma was sitting in front of me, and every time she'd walk in, I'd always say hi to her, and I didn't know her, but just being nice. And I remember when they say, peace be with you, I gave her a hug. I just give her a hug, and she was just so nice. Well, she told Lisa, the waitress at Apple Annie's, she goes, yeah, something about people that, going to church. And she said, yeah, there's this one of those biker guys that's all tattooed. They go to church.
They go to
Because
church
there's
too.
one guy that's, he's got all these tattoos and he sits right behind me. She goes, he's so nice and going out. And so next, Lisa asked, and so the following Sunday, walked in and I look at her. I go, Lisa's grandma, and she goes, Manny, and every Sunday now we sit there, and I just so look forward to spending time with her. So, again, it may seem like nothing, that
That's
story
nice.
right there, and to some it was like, well, there's 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back, and that's okay, because years ago that story never would have happened because I wouldn't have cared and it would have meant nothing to me. Now that story means everything to me because I look forward so much to seeing her and her son and being able to just share some moments with them. It just means a lot. And it's the little things in life that make life worth living.
Mhm.
And
Life's
that's,
made up of moments. Hello.
yeah,
And
and
if you do the right moments, you get good memories.
and the thing is, I in the past it was like it was my way or no way, and that way doesn't work. And for me, and as you guys know, man, I'll never push religion or politics on anyone because that's not my place.
Mm-mm.
I've got my beliefs, and that's all that matters, And I believe in my faith, my religion, and my political. That's mine. Just like the same thing for all years, and it's just. It's for me, you know, it's God's will, man. It's like that saying, man. It's God's will, and let go, let God, and just believe that things happen for a reason. And whether I agree or I don't agree, and ever since I got that mindset and really actually believing it now, I tell you, it truly is a blessing. It's instead of fighting every challenge, not even challenges, everything that comes my way, I look at it and I just try to dissect and understand it as a teaching moment instead. It's like, all right, I guess I should be doing it this way instead of my way. Since my way's not working, I guess this is the way that it's supposed to be. And just like anything, whether it's work, personal, financial, man, people come into your life, people leave your life. It doesn't make sense, and that's okay. Don't let it get to you, and accept it, move on, and
Well, if you're trying to do something, you feel like you're swimming upstream, you're probably going the wrong direction.
yeah,
Just relax and go with the flow.
I've had
You know,
situations where I've done shit, and it's like, okay, well, and it's like everything I do was wrong, 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 and I'm on this path, and then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, all right, things are good now for the next few days, few weeks, month. It's like, all right, then all of a sudden, like I'll tell you guys, man. Sometimes I just get pissed. It's just like, man, things are just stalled. Why? I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's not working anymore. So instead of maybe changing things a little bit, I keep doing the same thing because it worked a week ago, it worked a month ago, so I got to keep doing what I was doing and it's not working, So it's like, okay, step back, let go, let God, man. And all of a sudden, it's like, that was easy.
good things
I
happen.
may
The
not
door is
agree with
open.
yeah, it's like I may not agree with it. It's okay
Hmm.
because after a while, it's like things slowly start to make sense. And I know some of you may just be going, whatever. And that's fine. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I'm just telling you how these little things, like I've said, also I'm here to do, just like all of us, is to give opinions. This helped me. Maybe it'll help you. Try it or not. That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, if it's something, it's like, that's stupid. Okay,
Still love you. Move
on to
on.
the next one.
That's right.
And we'll just go from there. So, anyways, I think that's going to be about it for the night. Hey, we got Wolverine is in the house. I just saw James pop in here. We are still, as you guys saw the picture, um, over at Wolverine, and that's actually his name is James Perry. Looks dead ringer for Wolverine, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
were chit chatting, and we are going to be having Mr. James Perry, aka Wolverine, coming on the show and sharing his experiences
Date to be determined.
with addiction and his experience as well. And we're going to be doing that. He just said right now he's on his way to Pittsburgh. Let's see what we got going on here. Says, I love churches that are open to all types of people. For me, church is a place to encourage others and to help them, regardless of what your belief. Crazy thing, I used to be a minister in my early life.
Yeah.
It taught me how to relate to others and become non-judgmental. Bam, right there. And you know what? In my past, I was definitely not a pastor um, or a minister or anything like that. But when it came to my beliefs and stuff like that, which really were so out there and out of control, the way I tried to handle situations as far as ministering to people, if you didn't believe me or if you didn't agree with my way, most of the times it ended up in a fight. I mean, with violence and words and negativity and
Yeah.
very nasty comments. That's how it used to be. And it was terrible. And now it's done more with actually listening and maybe not agreeing with everything, but taking that time to listen. And like you said, not be judgmental.
I'm not paid to be a judge.
Yeah,
That's not my job.
And just like that saying, man, I love when it comes to holy shit, I forgot my own saying now.
Conflict.
No, holy god.
Maybe you need to eat some more.
Oh no, my own saying that I love all the time. Before it was as far as oh my god,
You don't
what-
ask.
huh?
The answer is always no. Is that the one? Because I know that's one of your many sayings.
My conflict or not conflict. I used to
Controversy.
controversy. See, I
See, I
love
know.
controversy because controversy brings about conversation and thoughts and ideas and just talking. And so I love controversy. Now, controversy in the past was a totally different story because controversy in the past was usually 10 beers in, 12 shots in, and the first controversy that popped up was just violence and disagreements and arguing and anger. Now controversy, I look forward to it on some occasions, because you get to learn and you get to kind of look at things a different way. And just like I always say, man, I've had situations with people, you get that controversy, and I've talked to people and even said, hey, listen, after this conversation, you still like think I'm the biggest asshole around, but the things that we were discussing, you maybe don't agree with all of them, but just like with me in agreeing or not agreeing with you, I may look at a certain thing a different way. And it's like, you know what? I don't agree with everything, but I can understand why you see it this way. So it opens that door, even if it's just a little bit. All you got to do is open it a little bit. And next thing you know, man, in walks your new best friend. So there you go. All right. You guys, I appreciate you popping on here for a little bit, and to all our Alabama.
You know why you're
That's
saying
Athens,
that?
Alabama.
But
You
you're
guys
talking about
got
your
a
Alaskan
new
people,
name.
Alabama.
You guys have a new name. I have just renamed the state of Athens, Alabama to Athabama.
I gotta write that down.
I
Remember
like it.
Alabama.
Athabama or bust. Athabama versus everybody. Athabama.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I think Lori's left on that.
Yeah. So that'd be followed by y'all.
one.
But all right, guys. Well, we'll be popping on again.
Probably Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever. We'll be coming on again. And I'm going to be connecting with Gabrielle to get her coming on, and we're going to be discussing her music, her MMA, her recordings, everything she's got going on, her dealing with autoimmune and everything that takes a toll on. So
Mhm.
have a great day, have a great night, and if you are out and about, like I said, and you're in the area, come on up and see me over at Wolverine Harley, 44660 North Gratiot Avenue in Clinton Township. And they're Tuesday through
Mhm.
Saturday.
Safe
And
travels, James.
say hi. Yeah, James, be safe. And to Tyler and to everybody else, thank you for sharing some time with us. Love you guys so much and keep fighting the good fight.